How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, and today we're going to go ahead and go through some of my rocks I've tumbled that are in this nice bowl of mini treasured tumbles that I picked up off the Yellowstone. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, right here, I got my big old 15-pound tumbler. It is the Thumbler's tumbler, and I had to upgrade to this big guy because my other little one kind of crapped out on me, and might as well spend the money if I have a lot of stuff to tumble, and I plan to tumble rocks for a long time, so an upgrade was worth it. And I like to do my rocks in about 2 weeks per stage, and then maybe a good day of the varnish, so we'll show you the outcome of that. So this is one of my favorite Jasper pieces I found. You can see the little agate veins going through it. It came out pretty good. There's some pits on it and whatnot that wouldn't come out, but whatever. It's still got a lot of color, a lot going on. Took a pretty good shine, so I didn't mind. See, up next, this is a really nice agate I picked up off the Yellowstone, of course. And it's got a nice quartz face there. You can see some fine banding going around the quartz face, but the big seller was the moss on the back. Has a nice dark green to it. It's really cool. It picked up a pretty good shine, as you can tell right there. This little guy right here, it's your iconic Montana agate. You can see the banding, the good quartz face in it, lots of moss going around. So this one took a really good shine. As you can see, a little fortification pattern right there. It's one of my favorites. A little guy, but it's still really cool. And right here we got a really beautiful piece of banded chert. It reminded me of Petrified Wood, but I'm pretty sure it's chert. Has some nice bands going around it. They have a little bit of color in there, as you can see. But this one turned out really good. It's one of my favorite pieces. Super smooth. So I like that side pretty good too. And up next, we got this guy right here. A nice piece of Jasper. Lots of good colors, the red and the yellow. It turned out pretty good. I think it could have been a little shinier, but I still like it. This guy right here is pretty sweet too. But too bad you can see the white right there from the soap that soaked in from the tumble. But it happens. It's still got some really cool colors. Some people will call it carnelian, but I'm not too sure on that one. But as you can see right there, like little bubbles in there. It's pretty cool looking. So you don't find too many of this just color on the Yellowstone. Up next we got probably my favorite piece of petrified wood. This thing turned out just phenomenal. Super smooth, super glassy looking. Has a little bit of agate band right there in it. But the back has little pits, but whatever. The rest of it looks great. I can't complain. Some beautiful tree rings. Like, this thing's really nice. It's probably my best petrified wood from the tumbler. But it's really sweet. A little bit more of the agate up top. So, I like this guy a lot. I hope all petrified wood turns out like this after the tumble. So glassy. So beautiful. So we got another petrified wood piece coming up right here. This one turned out pretty good. It was like glassy on the dark spots and not as much on the outside. It's kind of weird. So I love the pattern going through this one. Has it on both sides. It looks pretty good. Fairly glassy, but I mean it could be a little better, I think. But I like that spot right here at the front. That reminds me of a bear paw. Little claws up top. Up next, we got a nice agate. This guy I found on the Yellowstone River, of course, and it is just sweet. It's got some nice moss in there. And it was already fairly smooth when I found it. But unfortunately, you can see the little cracks right there where the soap soaked through from the tumble, like the final polish, or varnish you could call it. It happens. I tried to wash it out. A little bit came out, but it didn't make a big difference. But it's really smooth. You can just see all the cool stuff going on with it. I really like this piece. I almost cut it and I was like, no way, I gotta throw it in the tumbler. It's just too cool. And when the sun hits it in the window, it looks really nice. And on each end, that end, and the other end, you can see the little moss patterns going through it pretty good. So, it's a nice one. This guy right here is a super sweet little, of course, Jasper piece. The reds and the yellows. Just a little guy, a little bit of pitting right there, but it turned out pretty good. I like it. Go ahead and end it with this little piece right here. It did break in the tumbler, but it's pretty sweet. So thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.